Hello everybody, Foxy Games here. Welcome to the Void Ark. I sure wish I remembered everything about this place. I definitely don't, but we're gonna do our absolute best. We are in Alliance B. Hello, big thing. Let's take that center one. And, like most Alliance raids, this one has some awesome music to go along with it. So this place has a definite void feel to it. Which is, you know, understandable, seeing as it is the Void Ark. Let's bring these guys together. I forgot how awesome the music is here. Place seems like it's had better days. And we've got some sprites. Ah, but they're no match for us. There are a lot of us. A lot of people with very powerful gear. First boss, Cetus. Cetus is a giant fish. He does giant fish things. You really don't want to be in that body slam. But what you do want to do is make sure you get in for his donut AoE if he's going to do it. He is not. Oh, I'm not trying to pull off of anybody. Alright. Symbiosis. These things really need to die. So, bring them together. Okay. Or we could do it like that. We seem to have a pretty good handle on things. There we go. That's the big donut AoE. And he's going away again. Oh dear, we are stunned. That's right. One group gets trapped inside, two groups out. The groups on the outside need to take care of these things. And the group on the inside needs to take care of the core. Nothing to it. And down he goes. We'll check the loot here. Void Ark, belt of fending. We don't care about the belts or any gear that we can't use, but some of the glamours here are absolutely badass. So we're going to be keeping an eye out for them. Particularly some of the DPS ones. The Void Ark coat is just You can't see it, but I'm doing the OK hand. Alright, that pagan's knot needs to die, otherwise it's gonna start filling this room with toxic gas. What the hell? Kill that thing. Basically, this is just a little ad fight. There we go. Made it through just fine. Second boss, the modification cell. We have Irminsul, and we have Sawtooth. Now, truth be told, I don't remember these mechanics particularly well, except to not let this guy eat stuff, and that's basically it. I suppose somebody should be tanking this, because it does auto-attack. Oh god, I am stuck. Alright, somebody's gotta break that tether. Very good, they did. Okay, he is invulnerable. And we want to get behind Irminsul now. Otherwise we're dead. Like those guys out there. They're probably dead. No? Morgana Fey over there is so dead. Four enemies approach. We want these kiddos, kids, whatever the fuck they are, to die. We really want it dead, because he shouldn't be eating them, damn it. I mean, let's be honest here, the mechanics, they don't matter that much. Oh god, I just got hit by a thing. Did not seem to hurt that bad. These guys, they just have a lot of HP, that's all. Hey, he's dead. Both of them are dead. You know, I didn't do a test recording before I started. Ooh, what's this? Try it on. That reminds me of the Dragoon helmet. We're gonna need that. Just in case, for later. So I hope my audio is working properly. Because we're at the final boss. Meddling mortals, arise and taste vengeance, my ravenous kindred. Three hellhounds approach. blackguards. And some gargoyles. Can't even get close enough to kill the gargoyles, they die too quickly. Oh wait, the last boss isn't here. It just looked very similar to her arena. Now we probably have a trash bowl. Oh right, there's another boss. I forgot about this one. Well, who wants to main tank? That guy, apparently. This guy will always have a poison on the group. It does get worse as the fight goes on. Do not be in the way of flailing tentacles. Void Pact, I can't remember what that does. Oh yes, it summons things, doesn't it? Things that need to die, actually. And not get hit by that. God damn it, it got hit by that. Pestilence. You need to be up here before that cast finishes. Otherwise, you die. It's too bad for him that he died first. See, look how badass that looks. Too bad it's for a ninja. Oh, here we go with a cutscene. Well, it'd be rude to keep her waiting. The Queen's bedchamber. What is that behind her, I wonder? Alright. The first bit of this boss is a bit of a tank and spank. You do what you normally do. You dodge AoEs, and you beat the shit out of the boss. When she splits, however, that's when things change up a little bit. Okay. Do not run away from that. Okay. And don't stand in that. Oh dear. Where are you going? God, this music is awesome. Okay, she is splitting. One is going to aggro on each of the tanks. And they must be kept a certain distance apart. They must be kept a certain distance apart. Oh, jeez. Fine, whatever. Maybe it just doesn't matter anymore, but everything I know about this fight says they should be kept a certain distance apart. Anyway. Alright, we've got black guards, or blood guards, whatever the fuck they are. Do not look at her when she uses petrifaction. Like he did. Damn it, she made me waste it. That bitch. Scary. And here comes a limit break. Hey, we did pretty good. The Void Ark is complete. Alright, what do we got? I also leveled up. Sure, go to the Black Mage, why not? We don't want this, or this, or this, or this. So we can get the hell out of here. Bugger me. I expected danger, but not a hellspawn bleeding nightmare made flesh like that. Didn't stop you and your mates, though, did it? That's some crew you've got there, and no mistake. Alright then, let's have a look inside that dirty great coffer type thing. Someone tells me that's filled to the brim with booty. Look, these sorts of things are never filled with anything good. I mean, look at it. It kind of just screams evil demon. Don't look at me, I never moved a muscle. Uh-oh. And who's that? We've met him before, haven't we? What in the seven hells is that bastard doing? This way. Swiftly now. it's XIV. Can anyone else see that talking cat over there? Bloody hells, this adventure's getting queerer by the minute. Still, I'd rather take me chances with a prattling puss than stay here. Get your things, mateys, we're leaving. But what about the loot? You can't spend it when you're dead. We either follow the furball or make friends with the spell-slinging Voidborn. Your choice. Gods damn it. How's an honest sky pirate meant to make a living? You make a living by not dying. Also, Diabolos... he seems to be letting this thing go. Suddenly, we see there are a lot of those coffins. The ship's breaking up. Is he trying to bring her down? The Void Center is attempting to initiate a dimensional displacement. But the gate, it cannot possibly be large enough for the entire ship. The Queen's coffin. He takes it beyond our reach. Well, there don't seem to be much point hanging around here. Let's go back to solid ground. Well, that did not go as we expected. Let's talk to this cat. Long has it been since my paws have trod naught but those cursed decks? Would that I had made landfall under better circumstances. What kind of cat is it, anyway? And what is it doing on that ship? Oh, me poor heart. 'Tis a pity about the looting, no mistake. But at least we made it out in one piece. And the captain's, as Captain's so fond of saying, you can't spend it when you're dead. Well, he's right. Aye, 'twas a bit touch and go in places, I grant you. But here we all are, and with all our bits still attached. This calls for a foaming flagon of... hold on, ain't we missing someone? Didn't I tell Utada to wait for us here? Never fear, we've been keeping the girl company. But enough about her. Did you see the cannon on that ship? As you know, my dear Leofard, I am not easily moved, but the sheer power on display set me all a-quiver. Well, I hope you're content to admire it from afar. That vessel ain't for the likes of you and me. Do not presume to measure me by your own limitations. Besides, I believe I've shown how resourceful I can be. Which brings me neatly to the point. You have in your possession a device capable of tracking the ghost ship. Hand it over, or your engineer shall suffer the consequences. Perfect. A compass pointing the way to my just reward. A weapon like that belongs in the hands of one with the will to use it. Come, lads. Our business here is concluded. I'm sorry, Captain. They caught me off guard. You get a bang on the head or summit? The man I know would never give in to scum like her without a fight, unless... What did you do to the compass? Oh, me? Not. Besides slipping a link pearl into its case and like. So as long as Radlia keeps it close, and you can be damn sure she will, we'll know exactly what the thieving bastards are planning. Anyone care to wager how long it'll take her to notice my little gift? That's very clever and all, but how are you proposing to stop her from getting her hands on that derelict and its great big cannon? I ain't worked that part out yet, but I suspect it'll start with us keeping a close eye on the Talons. Before we get into any of that, though, I've got some questions what need answering. You wish to know more of the Void Ark, the ghost ship, as you call it. The Void Ark, so that's its proper name. Aye, I'd like to hear whatever you'd care to tell us, Puss. And I, for my part, am curious to hear your stories. Ere we continue, however, I must insist that you address me by my proper name, Kate Sith. I will not respond to Puss or Cat, and most decidedly not Furball. My tale begins long, long ago in the city of Mach, which once stood in the lands of Yafame. The sorcerers of Mach were masters of destructive magics, and they brought that terrible power to bear against Amdapor and Nim in the War of the Magi. The titanic forces they unleashed, however, took a heavy toll upon the land, ultimately resulting in a colossal flood that drowned the realm of Eorzea, a catastrophe which my master, High Void Mage Cessair, was wise enough to foresee. Wait. Colossal flood? Are you talking about the Sixth Umbral Calamity? I suppose you would know it as such. Now, where was I? Ah, yes. When they learned of the fate that awaited them, the Maki Magi began construction of a gargantuan vessel that would bear their people to the skies and to safety. The operation of the Void Ark, as the ship came to be called, was entrusted to Cessair. Prior to that, of course, my master had been a prisoner in her own home, confined for her outspoken opposition to the war. So the Ark was meant as a sanctuary? Then how did it come to be so, I mean, what happened to all the people? And where did all the void scent come from? By what power do you imagine such a massive craft remains aloft? The energy required to raise the Ark was siphoned from over 1,000 otherworldly servants sealed within the vessel. Advances in Maki sorcery were made for one reason and one reason only: cataclysmic destructive power. And the swiftest and most dangerous method of acquiring that power was through the enslavement of void-sent entities. So the creatures on the derelict, they broke free from your master's control. At the very heart of the Ark, the Void Mages had entombed a great ruler of the Void-sent, Skathak, the Shadow Queen. But in order to control so potent a prisoner, a mage of adamant will was required, and being Mok's preeminent sorcerer, Cessair was deemed best qualified. Were it otherwise, my master might never have been released from her own imprisonment. Yet even with Cessair's power and peerless skill, the Shadow Queen could not long be subjugated. One after another, the lesser void-sent awoke and ran rampant within the ship. In the end, Cessair and 53 Void Mages aboard the Ark sacrificed their own life energies to return the fiends to their coffins, leaving me, a lowly familiar, to watch over a derelict prison. If I remember me umbral eras right, the stuff you just described happened more than 1,500 years past, which is a good while by anyone's measure. And since everything seems to have been quiet on board your boat till just recently, I'm thinking something unusual must have happened to wake the inmates up. Am I warm? One day, a void scent that had taken the shape of a bat flew into the ship. At first it was little more than a nuisance that I brushed away, but the longer it remained on the Ark, the stronger it seemed to become. Eventually I could not contend with its power, and it began shattering seal after seal. You have faced this bat-winged fiend before? It would seem, then, that the creature survived the encounter, and that he intends to celebrate his restoration by liberating his queen. Well, that explains that, then, except for one small detail, namely, where the queen's coffin went. After it fell out of the ship's belly, I'm assuming it didn't just disappear, right? You recall the great rift that the Ark's cannon ripped in the sky? That was a void gate. Such a portal opens a temporary path through the void, allowing the ship to travel almost instantaneously from one location to another. The void sent, as you saw, only opened a gate large enough to displace the coffin. As for the coffin's destination, however, that is as much a mystery to me as it is to you. I beseech you, conquerors of the Ark, help me find the Queen's coffin ere the wards binding Skathak are dispelled. Smells to me like an adventure, and who knows what ancient Maki treasures we might stumble on along the way. Gods know they'll make a nice change for all them elegant tombstones we've been collecting. Dude, mood. I will help you. I'm not risking me hide for the sake of the realm, you understand, but I'll be damned if I let either Radlia or that bat-winged bastard take the freedom of the skies from me. You care only for how you might be inconvenienced? If the Shadow Queen were to return, it would have dire consequences for this entire star. Count your blessings, Furball. I said we'd help, didn't I? Before we go rushing off in search of that coffin, though, there's preparations to be made. You might as well get back to your usual heroical employment, Foxy. I'll let you know when it's time to round up your mates again. I like this guy. He's like the Jack Sparrow of the skies. The time is nigh, my dear Talons. Soon we shall seize control of the ghost ship and its power, and rule the skies from here to the ends of the world. Well, needless to say, we can't let that happen. Alright. Now, all this mention of contacting us when he's ready again and all that, that's because this thing came in different patches. But since this is old content, we're ready immediately. Foxy, I was just about to fly out to Ishgard and track you down. You remember XIV, that Maki familiar. We've been working with him on a plan to find Diablos and the Queen's coffin. There have been void sent sightings from pirates all over, so we know that bat-winged bugger is hiding someplace in the sky. We just don't know exactly where. And as for going about pinpointing the location, Leofard and the feline are bickering over just exactly how. That's where you come in. If you have a spare moment or two, we could use a third opinion on to break the stalemate. Besides all that, Leofard's eager to have another hand to help in the search, so come on over to the Park as soon as you're able. You know the way from here, don't you? Of course. Head to the Park. Man, I would be shit scared standing, like, look how far you have to I'm sure in real life, I apply real life physics to that, but you'd tie it a bit closer so you could just step off, but I mean, our Warrior of Light's not afraid of anything, you know? We kill literal gods. We killed a fucking sky whale, okay? Here to see the captain. Just go straight through the gate here and head north when you come out on top. His quarters are across the bridge. Well, thank you, sir. Everyone here's so polite. And this place is awesome. It's a lovely little pirate hideout in the sky. I'm trying to think if this music is from an earlier Final Fantasy game, but if it is, I don't know it. It could very easily be from one of the ones that I never played. Thanks for coming. The captain and the cat are inside, still having their discussion. Talk to Leofard, will you, before I strangle the both of them? Eesh, that bad, huh? Well, let's see if we can't help out. Ah yes, this room is quite fancy. Like squabbling children, the pair of them. Help Leofard settle this, would you? Ah, Foxy. A rational mind such as yours is most welcome. Pray reason with this wind-addled brigand. If you're here to ask about the Queen's coffin, then you'd best turn around and walk straight out again. This aggravating furballs turn my mood sour as month-old goat milk. Leofard, Foxy's come all this way to help us, at your request, I might add. She deserves to hear where we stand on the search, at least. The search has given me ulcers is what it is. By all reports, Diablos is lurking somewhere in the heavens, building up his forces. But the sky is a vast dome, as high as the ocean is deep, and we've not the pirates to scour every damn floating rock. That's when I tried my luck with Radlia. You remember her, don't you? Captain of the Talons, blonde hair, one eye, stole our bloody compass. Well, I've been eavesdropping with that link pearl I slipped into her casing, hoping to catch something useful. But all I've heard from her and her sorry crew is snoring, grumbling, and japes about the Archbishop's holy nethers. In the end, it seems we've no choice but to do this the hard way, but a certain mulin annoyance refuses to acknowledge the truth of it. You cannot possibly hope to investigate the entire sky with this meager handful of ne'er-do-wells. I find my suggestion to seek aid from your fellow pirate gangs a perfectly reasonable one under the circumstances. Ah, stow it, you mangy alley cat! You've not the faintest idea of how sky pirates operate. Best case scenario would be locked into a deal to hand over any treasure we find, and that's assuming we weren't laughed out of the room to begin with. You cannot assume that every man and woman shares your base morality. If we but made the attempt, I am sure we could convince some few of the nobility of our cause. And so it goes, round and round. Knowing pirates as I do, I find myself siding with the captain on this. But what of you, Foxy? Any thoughts on the matter? Let's see, we should handle this ourselves, we should seek aid from other crews, or keep your silence. Well, I have always seen the good in people. We should seek aid from other crews. What? You're siding with the furball? I thought you would have learned a thing or two about sky pirates by now. However we tackle things, though, we've a long road ahead of us. I'll see if I can't think of a better way to shorten it. You might as well head back to your adventures, Foxy. Unless you're willing to lend us your experience in another matter, that is. Utada, our chief engineer, has been mumbling about the Void Ark and cursing under her breath for days. Might be as you can provide some insight into her dilemma. She is conducting her research in the Sea of Clouds, yes? Well, I should rather discuss the properties of the Void Ark than continue with this fruitless debate. I shall see you down there, Foxy. Well, that was getting nowhere. Head into the Sea of Clouds and see what's bothering Utada. Might be as you can shed some light on her problem. Leofard is right about not trusting aught to our fellow pirates, but we could spend years trawling through the clouds. There has to be some other way. We'll find one. Back we are, but not quite in the right place. We have to go fucking far. Wow. There's the little Lullafell. And the cat. While waiting for word on Diablos, I've been spending my time learning to pilot the Red Bill's little airships. Thankfully, it seems I've mastered enough of the basics to manage this little jaunt. Mayhap I could make contact with some other pirates without Leofard's mediation. But let us first address Mistress Utada's woes, shall we? Don't go getting any funny ideas, Kate Sith. Oh, she looks so sad. What troubles you, Mistress Utada? We were told that some matter regarding the Void Ark was causing you no small measure of grief. Oh no. Mistress Utada, what are you... I feel so much better now. My apologies, Kate Sith. You had the misfortune to enter my field of view just as I felt the intense desire to squeeze something warm and furry. It's this damnable ecto-compass. I made another one, you see, identical in all respects to the first compass that Radlia stole. But look, it points in a completely different direction to where the Void Ark should currently be. I don't understand what I did wrong. I used the same plans, the same parts. I can imagine that would be infuriating. And you are certain there are no flaws in the design or the materials? Positive. I've tweaked and adjusted and replaced every single piece, but it refuses to function as intended. I'm on the verge of tossing the blasted thing over the edge. What do you make of this, Foxy? I don't think the compass is broken. Yes, I am inclined to agree. Judging by your previous work, it would seem unlikely that the compass itself is defective. We must consider other factors. Might you explain to us the principle by which the ectocompass tracks the Void Ark? It all comes down to etheric signature. I discovered the Void Ark is encompassed by an energy of rather peculiar composition, so I simply tuned the compass to follow its unique trail. An energy of peculiar composition, you say? Of course, the Ark was propelled by the siphoned energies of void scent. Could it be that the compass was tracking not the vessel itself, but the ether of the entities imprisoned within? That would certainly explain why the compass now points in a different direction than one would expect. After all, Diablos and the Shadow Queen are no longer on board the Ark. Are you implying that if we plotted a course based on the readings from the ectocompass, we would arrive on the demon's doorstep, so to speak? Just so, Mistress Utada. Assuming my theory is correct, we would no longer require outside assistance to pursue our elusive quarry. That presents a different problem, though. Oh, Stacia, what perfect timing. You won't believe the wonderful discovery we've just... Talon airships have been spotted en route to our nest. If it's revenge they're looking for, we'd best head back and make ready for them. Somehow, with this new information in mind, I doubt it's revenge thereafter. We made it, thank the gods. I'm glad you're here, Foxy, but I don't think they're spoiling for a fight. I don't like this, Foxy. Why have the Talons come here without their captain? Where's Radlia? It would not appear that these pirates have come with murder and pillage in mind. Quite the opposite, in fact. They seem rather bedraggled and beaten. Truce, Redbill. We need your help to save Captain Radlia. You're one of Radlia's favorites. You threatened my crew, steal our compass, and now you come crawling to me for help? What kind of unholy mess have you Cretans stumbled into? Aye, we took your damn compass, but it didn't show us to the ghost ship. We ended up in some moldy old ruins lousy with void scent. Before we knew it, some sort of spider demon was knocking our ships out of the sky. The two of us managed to pull away, but we saw what happened to them as got caught in the ground. If the captain survived the massacre, she's stuck there with no wings to fly out again. Why don't you give that link pearl a listen, Captain? Might be as we can learn if Radley is alive or dead, at least. Ugh, so much buzzing. Can't hear a blasted... Wait, I'm getting some words. They're after Maki artifact. Damn demons are searching. Hide. And then a bunch of screaming. Seems Radley is still kicking for now, but who knows for how long. If those screams were an act, then consider me fooled. I don't think the Talons are laying a trap here. I've half a mind to leave Radlia to her fate, but I never turn my back on an adventure, especially when the scent of treasure is in the air, eh? Now, tell me where you found these ruins. You'll help us then? Oh, you're a good man, Red Bill. We left the captain in the Yafim Saltmoor, just northwest of Mordona. In Yafim, you say? Then you must speak of the ruined shell of Mach itself. By Shatoto's black heart, could they be after the Nullstone? What's that, Puss? You think you know what those fiends are after? Right. Utada, see that these talons are patched up, and then have the Raimi? It's supposed to be Frenchish, I guess, so the Raimi, I'm gonna say? Please correct me if I'm wrong. And have the Raimi ready to fly. And don't spare the oil, you know I love to hear it purr. Foxy, Stacia, bring the furball to my quarters, and we'll have ourselves a chat about our impending trip to Old Mach. Well, finally, it seems we have a heading. You guys have anything to say? Please, you have to rescue the captain. When Leofard asked me to pay special attention to his airship, that's a sign he's fully committed to his next adventure. He had the same spark right before he left to board the Void Ark. You're wondering why his ship is named Raimi? I never gave it much thought, but I'd wager it was the name of his first love. Or maybe it was a pet. He would be the type to just pick a random name, too. He sure doesn't seem very sentimental. You know, we've never been friendly with the Talons, but it doesn't mean we can just sit on our back and sit back and let them be torn to shreds by cackling void scent. I mean, you could. I never imagined Diablos would seek to enter the old city. But I should have suspected as much when I learned that the floodwaters had receded and left Yafim exposed. Right, football, let's hear about this artifact that Diablos is looking for. If I am to speak of the Nullstone, then I must first explain the method by which Maki sorcerers would bind the Void Scent into service. The more powerful the Void Scent, the more difficult it is to manifest its presence in the world. Their own immense strength weighs them down like an anchor, you see, preventing them from breaking the surface of our dimension. And that is why they cooperate with mortal sorcerers. A mage can provide a suitable vessel for the summoning, or rip a large enough hole in the fabric of reality for the entity itself to step through. And let me guess, the mage forces the Void Scent to agree to a pact in return for the invitation into our world. That is correct, but it would be foolhardy to expect such devious and malevolent creatures to abide by the spirit of even the most carefully worded contract. Thus did the Maki Magi construct an occult device that would more securely bind the Void Scent to their will, a safeguard of sorts that, to the best of my knowledge, yet lies entombed within the remnants of the ancient city. The Nullstone was seen as a last resort. Should a Void Scent break its pact and turn on its summoner, the mage could use the relic to disperse the very essence of even the most powerful entity, obliterating it completely. I can't see the royals of the Void taking too kindly to a threat like that. Seems those sorcerers were just as ruthless as the monsters they summoned. When it came to the glory of Mach, the ends justified the means. In any event, we can be certain that Diablo seeks to secure the Nullstone before it falls into mortal hands, and thereby ensure that Skathak will reign unopposed. Alright, so we know what the fiends are after, but what I don't understand is why such a valuable relic was left behind when the mages knew a colossal flood was on the way. Its value was the very reason they chose not to risk its relocation. The nullstone is kept within a structure constructed for the purpose, secured behind powerful wards and protected by deadly guardians. And with the rising of the waters, they reasoned the artifact would be sunk along with the city, far beyond the reach of vengeful void scent. But now that I'm gonna say that a million different ways. Yafim is more swamp than sea. The demons only have the wards and the guardians to deal with. And I doubt they'd be wasting their time down there in the mud if they didn't have some trick to break through the wards. Aye, this has become a race to see who can nab the treasure first, which is just the sort of contest a sky pirate lives for. So we slip into the ruins, pinch the relic, and rescue Radlia right from under the fiend's noses. Well, I suppose we could save her while we're poking around for loot. I'll grab the new compass from Utada so we know where we're going. Check your weapons, pack your small clothes, and meet me out by the landing when you're ready to fly. Alright, quick chat with everyone before we go. So all we need to do is rescue Captain Radlia from a mob of nasty void scent, then retrieve a dangerous artifact from the magically defended ruins of an ancient civilization. Easy, eh? Yeah, if you say so. I shall join you in this endeavor to recover the Nullstone, though after 1500 years I wonder what remains of the city I once knew. We'll fly direct to the Yafim from here. Once we arrive, you forge ahead with your band of adventurers as you did on the Ark, Foxy. Just keep slicing into the depths until you reach that Nullstone. We don't want to risk getting knocked out of the sky like the Talons, so we'd best land a little ways out from the ruins and head in on foot. The Furball says he knows the place well enough to guide you, so me and the Redbills will follow behind on rescue duty. You concentrate on smashing a path through the artifact. We'll check the nooks and crannies for Radlia and her crew. Don't let your guard down once you reach the ruins, though, eh? There's likely golems and such in there that are worse than the fiends outside. We wouldn't want our hero losing her head, now would we? The Weeping City of Mach is now accessible, and we are going to head straight there. There's rescue and loot to be had, so let's go. Welcome to the Reaping City of Mach. Let's go and find ourselves a missing pirate, and also loot. Place is actually quite pretty. Incoming! We are Alliance B. Oh, somebody's on top of the stun game today. I'll go ahead and hold on to this one. Incoming. Let's face them this way. Man, some of the healers are already getting fucked up. What's going on? Also, I love how, like, there's all these ridiculously fantastical monsters in this game, and now it throws, like, these regular-ass looking alligators at you. I mean, granted, they're huge, but still. Alright, looks like the first boss is just up ahead. And we've got a spooter lady to kill. Here we go. Honestly, I should be using cover on the other tank for that. Because if I'm not being targeted directly, I should be helping to take some of that damage. I'm failing as a tank. Oh good, everybody's doing what they're supposed to be doing. Okay, dodge those circles. And get to the other end. Oh dear. Alright, run through those to break the strands. Alright, up we go into the web. Alright, where's my group predominantly? Alright, we cannot target her. We need to break these balls. There are also spider ads that will be spawning. Alright, looks like my group's going down here, so we have to break the web. Oh, there's another tank down here. Oh well. What the hell is coordination, right? Once we break these key knots... Oh, I just got brought back up. Once we break these key knots... I need to break this ball. The web will fall. And we'll be able to continue damaging her. Of course, if they don't break the key knots, then that's not going to happen. Where's the spider? Oh, it's all on the other side. Oh, here we go. And she's mad that we broke her web. But to be fair, she was trying to kill us. Get to the edge. And we're good. This boss is nowhere near as crazy difficult as it seems. Maybe at one point it was. Do not look at her when she's using that. Like some of these people did. I need to make a decent macro for covering the other tank. Oh, I gotta go to the edge. And she didn't even get to use her big scary ability, unless she's about to use it. She's about to use it now. When she starts using the whirlpool, get the fuck into the webs. It hurts only a little bit, compared to being crunched up in the middle. And down she goes. Hey, not bad. Let's see, nothing we can use. Oh dear. Well, nothing to it. Whee! Ow. Poor XIV got all wet. No. Then there's this terrifying looking thing. Oh god, that guy's name is Dreyfus Thickrod. Maybe it's Dreyfus. I don't know. More spoopy ghosts. Oh good, people are giving hints in the chat for how to handle the next boss. That's good, because the next boss actually requires people to pay the fuck attention. Wait for everyone to get here. Oh, okay. Okay, zombies. They need to die. If they are not dead before he gets off a particular cast, they will explode. That's the one. That's the cast. Also, don't stand in the green until the right time. I will tell you when the right time is. Oh good, everybody's standing in one of those. Okay, everybody with Brand of the Fallen, stack. Somebody wasn't, so they'll get turned into a frog. Sucks to be them. Do not stand in those mists. Soon they will explode. Somebody has to pick up those ads. Never mind. Okay, where's the succubus? That bitch needs to die very quickly. Okay, succubus is dead. Good. I'm We're gonna hold this guy while they take care of the other one. Dear God, stand in the things. Stand in the thing! Oh my God, why are you not standing in the thing? Don't look at that. Alright, soon he's going to cast Megadeth. Okay, there it is. Put a stack of zombie on yourself. And that way, you only take a little bit of damage from it, because you're slightly dead. Ow, I'm taking some real damage, though. A whole bunch of people fucking died. Why would you drop that here? Oh shit. Megadeth is about to cast. Some more people are probably about to die. Well, at least one person did. Oh god, I forget what Hellwind actually does. Oh yeah, that's right. For some reason, it instantly fucking killed me. It's only supposed to drop you really low. Well, he's dead. I don't know why that just flat out killed me instead of just damaging me a lot, but whatever. What's this look like? Well, you know, I kind of like that. We're gonna need it. This place looks positively Allegan, except it's really not. Given a few thousand years, the Maki probably could have challenged the Allegans. This little mini-boss, I can't really remember what it does. Except it keeps casting that, which hurts. I do know there will be a shielded section in the middle that we need to get into eventually. Okay, that's it. A couple people are about to die. I mean, it gives you enough warning. fell on me. Final Fantasy IX players will recognize this next boss. Assuming you were a badass Final Fantasy IX player, which I was not, but I'm familiar with it anyway. Say hello to Ozma. I wonder if I can remember the ridiculous mechanics for this thing. Okay, we're starting. Hopefully, people do not bring those where they're not meant to be. Seems okay so far. Okay, the ads are dead. They came down from those meteors. Soon Ozma's going to change shape. There he goes. He is a triangle. Get the fuck off of the center platform. And move back in and fight. Circle now. Okay. Next phase. Okay, remember Crystal Tower? Same thing. Somebody has to stand on the circle platform to keep the boss available to the next group. As soon as all the Automosas are dead, you jump down. I sure hope the third group kept theirs open for that one. But anyway, we need to go down and kill this thing now. Do not look at him when he uses assimilation, or you're in for a bad time. Also, this place is very surreal. There's like some weird shit going on. Okay. Let's get out of here. Also, yeah, there was a black hole in the sky, but we didn't get to see it. Anyway. Ozma's still here waiting for us. Always stack. Ozma is now in cube form. I have to stand off to the side because all tanks will start... Oh, Flare Star, interesting. All tanks will now be getting blasted with those things. I'm going to need to basically wait. Oh yeah, I can actually stay on the platform. I just need to not be on the same side as the group. That needs to get out of here. Please, and thank you. This is gonna hurt. Actually, wasn't bad. Somebody died. Triangle. Get that shit out of here. Triangle. And it's gone. That was an interesting death animation. Truth be told, I've never done this place. I just watch guide videos. Okay. Pass and pass. We're getting along to the final stage. You know, she's a bit freakish, but I'm not gonna lie. I'd bang her. Alright, here we go. The, big mechanic to watch out for here is when she uses this hair-cutting attack. Always go to the opposite end that she's glowing. I guess we're tanking her this way. Oh yeah, don't stand in that. Especially don't stand in... God damn it, somebody stood in it. Well, that needs to die. This music is fucking good, by the way. Alright, people keep triggering these damn traps. Alright, these things need to die very quickly. The more of these are alive when she finishes off her cast, the more damage she will do. Also, people pulling these into other people are dickheads. And should step on Legos. Here comes the cast. God damn it, I know she's evil, but I like her. Stay this side. Oh, don't spin her, please. Oh, why would you do that? You're gonna get so many people killed. Maybe don't trip the trap this time. Oh, who am I kidding? Somebody will. Okay. Get to the end. The edge, rather. And this side. Ah! Some asshat triggered the fucking trap. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, fuck me. I was looking the wrong damn way. Oh shit. I have 3 bone stacks. I fail. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. It's a good thing it did no damage. God, is my gear that good, or am I just getting really awesome shields from other players? Anyway, she's about to go down. I gotta say, I really quite enjoy this fight. Okay. Get under one of these axes. We're not going to be able to see the cast go off, probably, but... Yep. Down she goes. And that's it for the Weeping City of Mach. Let's see what kind of loot we've got. Nothing. 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 I don't play cards. I don't use wind-ups either. Player commendation goes to one of our lovely healers, and we are out. And that must be the Nullstone. So this is the heart of the ruins, eh? You've done a fine job dismantling the defenses, Foxy. I really wish we could say we had the same success, but Radley and her talons were nowhere to be found. Yes, it is quite distressing, but we must focus on claiming the prize at hand. The Nullstone is ours. You've left me such an inviting trail of destruction to follow. Well, 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 if it isn't the adventure I've so longed to dismember. Praise Lord Diablos for this opportunity. I shall gift him your head in gratitude. And speaking of gifts, I brought a present to celebrate our gleeful reunion. Oh, look. This is the lovely lass you've been oh so desperately seeking, isn't it? Unless you wish to see her rent limb from limb, then you will hand over the Nullstone. Where have we seen this situation before? You think I care about her worthless limbs? That woman's done naught but cause us grief, and I just thought to crow over her grave. Don't give me that look, Radley. What, you thought I was here to save your sorry hide? You've never been but an obstacle to me. Do you remember the first time we met? You were roaring with laughter at the sight of all of them Allegan relics until I used your pretty blonde head as a stepping stone. Damn you, you selfish bastard! And damn me for expecting you to act any different. If I had my weapons, I'd blow a bloody hole in your belly! Have you forgotten how awful a shot you are? Not much of a threat when I've seen you miss the sight of a cathedral at 10 yalms. Silence, you grinning fools! You've ruined my moment, and now I'll ruin your smirking face. Now, puss! Oh. It burns! This world is not your stage, unholy harlequin. Be gone from our realm. A clever farce, mortals, but the show is not over. Not until you scream. The bugger got away, and I think we'd best do the same. Oh, Diablos is watching us. Back safe and sound. Stacia, you're right out here. It all worked out in the end, but I've had just about enough of Leofard's folly. Ugh, I must have said that 100 times by now. Oh, Kate Sith is here too. The Lady Pirate is saved and the Nullstone is ours. That all went rather well, did it not? Now that was some excitement, wasn't it, Foxy? Perhaps a little too much for Radlia, but we gave her a bed to sleep off the worst of her ordeal. She'll likely be back to her usual cheerful self in no time. Quite a successful jaunt, all told. You and me, we make a pretty good partnership. But I've got words for you, Furball. You said that relic would obliterate a void sight completely. Seems to me that foppish fiend just got scorched before he slipped away. Oh, that? That was scarcely a fraction of the Nullstone's true power. Once I've learned how to unleash its full potential, such demons shall be consumed like gnats caught in a bonfire. So you're telling me our secret weapon ain't ready for battle? You might as well be wielding a blunted sword. Might I remind you that this blunted sword stung our foe sufficiently to free the Lady Pirate, a result we could not have achieved with your blustering words alone. I was ready to flee without Radlia if things took a turn for the worse. But you're right. You had the presence of mind to take advantage of my bluff, and it was your actions that saved her in the end. Yeah, he actually complimented you. I'm surprised as you are. Did the captain just receive a blow to the head while we were in Mach? I could have sworn he just paid me a compliment. Yeah, that's exactly what I said. Okay, same thing. You might be waiting a while before Radlia finally decides to wake up. But not so long that you've got time to flit away on some other adventure. Come join me in my quarters and we can ask her a few questions as soon as she's ready to talk. Sounds good to me. Oh there, Foxy. Might as well make yourself comfortable while we wait on Radlia. Besides, after fighting through them ruins, I'll wager you could use the rest. No gratitude, I imagine. Where is the rest of my crew? Surely there were other survivors. Tell me, Radlia, what drove you to risk exploring old Mach? The compass sent you there, aye, but you were after the Void Ark. You knew something, didn't you? I found a book. We were looting these strange ruins in the Sea of Clouds, and one of the lads dug up a tome. It had passages that described the Void Ark, and a powerful relic called the Nullstone. A tome scribed by a Maki sorcerer, mayhap. Captain, would you happen to know the author of this work? The words are muddled by obscuring magics, and 1,500 years have faded its pages. There is much that remains illegible, but what little my darling cutthroats and I could decipher suggests it was written by a mage of exceptional status. See for yourself. If what the book says is true, the Ark is a source of immeasurable power. With that ship under my command and the mysteries of Mach in my possession, I had thought to crown myself Queen of the Skies. And look how well that turned out. What manner of sky pirate, what manner of queen can't even keep her own crew alive? Radlia, is it not? Would I be correct in assuming that you seek revenge against the Voidsent who slaughtered your comrades? Of course I want revenge! That hellspawn shite gobbler killed my crew. If he were here right now, I'd gouge out his eyes and choke him to death with my bare bloody hands. You are not alone in your desire to bring an end to these abominations, Captain. Will you not join us in our endeavor to secure peace for the skies? Will you not join the Talon's strength to ours? What strength? The way things are right now, I doubt I could keep the peace in a monastery. This has not to do with personal grudges either. I just don't have the men. All my best fighters died in the ruins, and the dregs that are left are scarce sharp enough to be called talons. Did you leave your spine back in them ruins, Radlia? You've had your wings clipped and no mistake, but that's no reason to give up the life. I thought we'd rescued a sky pirate, not some cur that turns tail when her pack ain't there to bite for her. I know what you're trying to do, Red Bill, but I've lost my taste for glory. You can have the cursed book. Just be sure to make that bastard pay. Well, it's hard to argue with her. She lost everything. Hey, Furball, how quickly do you think you can decipher that ratty old tome? I need you to figure out exactly how your relic works. Aye, you sent that one fiend squealing in fear, but that ain't enough. From what you've told me, you will need to aim for some of that obliteration if we're going to take on the Shadow Queen. The rest of you, put everything you've got into what you do best, be that research or blade work. Overdoing it is just right, if you get my meaning. I'll decorate my walls with Voidsent heads if I have to. The sky should belong to no one. The Nullstone has fallen into mortal hands. 1,000 apologies, Lord Diablos. I shall personally wring each and every one of their scrawny necks. The time for skulking in shadows hath ended. I am grown weary of these meddling vermin. The power of the Shadow Queen waxeth full. Soon mine ardent desire shall pass from dream into dark reality. So Diablos is still plotting. Looks like that's something we'll have to put an end to. But you know how that song and dance goes, my friends. That's going to be in the next episode, the culmination of our adventures as Sky Pirates. Until then, my name is Foxy Games, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.